There's a clip that I want to show y'all where this woman is telling her daughter how to vet men and how to not be taken advantage of in relationships. And we'll play that clip, man, before we get into the main topic.
Simple. He don't like you. He don't call you. He don't like you. He don't keep his word. He don't like you. He's inconsistent. He has someone else. He only calls you when he wants something. He's using you. He starts random arguments. He's cheating on you. He's not investing in you. You're not worth the investment. Never met his family. You're not the one. Been with your guy 5+ years. No ring. No marriage. He's still searching. You're a placeholder. Men are not complicated. They're very easy to know. Men don't talk with their words. They talk with their actions.
Now, what you hear is a woman telling her daughter how to navigate multiple relationships with multiple men. But not once did you hear her say, well, you should probably just save yourself to marriage. If you save yourself to marriage, literally save yourself to, I'm not talking about go out here and be with 50 men, then save yourself for marriage. I'm talking about save yourself for marriage, period. Where your husband is the first one who's ever intimate with you. I guarantee you avoid all of this. Because you're going to skip past the men that don't want to be married. You're going to skip past the men that don't value you. You're going to skip past the men that aren't going to invest in you. You're going to skip past the men that's going to be, still trying to play the field and keep you on the bench. You're going to skip all of those men. If marriage is ultimately what you want, that's how you get it. All this stuff she's telling her daughter is all the thing she learned from her Thotastic voyage. That's all.
Tell us the truth!
My Houston trip is not up to a good start.
Shit, Leah, damn. So I know y'all been busy since then.
We're getting ready to go to the party. I'm excited.
You see that shit back there?
Yeah.
That's crazy, right?
We just have an entire room filled with beds from wall to wall. Now, okay, we're rolling. My name is really
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're the videographer. Thank you. I'm glad you got here.
We got you.
I was looking for you earlier. Yeah, they're having sex over there on the wall. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, we're back from the party. I had fun. Did you guys have fun?
Yeah, it was cool. It was cool.
How many did you have?
Dose.
How many?
2.
Is there anyone else out there in their 40s like me who feels kind of invisible? Like, I'm not as cute as I was in my 20s and 30s. I'm definitely not as fit as I was in my 20s and 30s. I don't have as much hair as I used to have. It's literally falling off like the top of my head.
You do become a little more invisible the older you get as a woman, unfortunately. I don't get asked out on a lot of dates. I never get asked out on dates. I don't know if it's being 55 in Los Angeles or if it's just a strange town.
What is the biggest confidence killer for women over 50? Men over 50. They never look at you anymore.
When I was 55, I felt like I was starting to fade. I felt like I was starting to go invisible. I felt dismissed. I felt ignored. I felt like I was washed up.
When I was 15, I started modeling, and it was a very hard thing to walk away from. Then around the age of 45, I started noticing that the way I was perceived was slightly different than what I had become used to. And then I would put photos of myself in bikinis. All of a sudden, I started getting the influx of, "Are you a little desperate there, Grandma? How about you cover up and spare us the look of your poor aging body?" I was sort of getting relinquished to the invisible women category.
Tell us the truth!
All right, so what's good, YouTube? It's your man, Book of AlphaRonomy, a.k.a. Doc BOA. Yep, I got time today. Bill Belichick, 73-year-old Bill Belichick, and his 24-year-old girlfriend are drawing the ire of women like the ones we just saw. But not those women. Those women are accepting their plight. Black women their age, however, are not.
Lot of average dudes out here expecting this king treatment from us queens. A lot of guys out here, they are a 6 or 7 at best. And they feel like we're supposed, first of all, you're approaching a 10. And I would say this is probably more prominent over 45. When you're dating over 45, these men got gout. They got a bad knee.
She is going hard, y'all.
They sleep with a CPAP machine.
They do.
I've been there, done that. You are a 7 at best, boo. And then you want to tell me, oh, you need to do this. And you got me straight. Tripping. Because at the end of the day, think about it. When we're in our 40s, we can date the daddy or the son. They on us. So why pick the daddy when we can date the son?
They still believe they have the value of this young 24-year-old woman. They talk bad about it, say, well, you're not in the best shape. You need this, you need that. The bottom line is Bill Belichick isn't in the best shape that a man could be in. He's not in terrible shape for a man his age, but he's not in the best shape a man could be in. His little young tender girlfriend is, though. You see, what happens is women in America tend to believe that social media is a true indicator of their value. That likes and DMs and all of that are a true indication of their value. But what social media has done is put sex-hungry men in contact with attention-starved women. And so those two people will work each other back and forth until they finally come to an agreement or an arrangement of what kind of relationship or interaction they're going to have. While those of us who understand and live in the real world accept the fact that as men get older, they want younger women, period. And the crazy thing is, an older woman would probably be giving Bill Belichick the blues, even though he's famous, even though he's wealthy. They would still be giving him the blues because older women want to go back to living the fantasy that's passed them by. Younger women are still living that fantasy. So they understand the value of using their beauty to put themselves in the proper position. Here's the thing about a woman. If you don't get to a certain point in your relationship, I guess arrangement or perspective or situation, by the time you're a certain age, your options are gone for that. You hear these older women talking about, yeah, 35 and under. 35 and under is good. 35 under is good. Yes, 35 and under would love to smash on a 50, 55-year-old woman who still looks good and has money. If you're a 55-year-old woman, it don't matter how good you look if you ain't got no money, because a younger man is looking at you the same way a younger woman looks at an older man. You think Bill Belichick will have this young wife if he didn't have no money? Of course not. But that's just the reality of the world. That's just the reality of the world. You think BOA would have this young wifey if he wasn't BOA? No, I wouldn't. But that's just the reality of the world. Women have always wanted men for their resources, or women at least have always wanted men to have resources, just like men have always wanted women to be young, spry, attractive, fit, as we've heard so much, fit, feminine, and friendly, but also full of fun, full of vigor. Like that's what happens. A young woman is the fountain of youth for a man as he ages into the twilight of his career, man. Now, I want y'all to think about this. Here's a group of 40, 50, some-year-old women still talking about who they can date. This lonely hearts club of women who nobody wants to bond with, nobody wants to connect with, everybody only wants to smash, if that. And with their attitudes, how long are you going to wait to smash a woman who runs her mouth like this? We talking about, man, listen, man, we talking about 3 to 5 days. 3 to 5 days, she ain't worth nothing else. Think about it. Think about, what do you see in that woman who's talking that you would want to have access to? Nothing. And you only want intimacy with her if you're one of the most desperate men around. At her age, all my young subscribers, man, I want y'all to get in the comments, man. Y'all let me know if y'all would date that woman. If you would be wanting to be out on the town with that woman, somewhere but 40s and 50-year-old woman. And it's not a knock on older women. It's not. If you're an older woman, how you gonna have a bad attitude and you older? Yes, you can date anyone, But who's going to take you seriously? Who's going to take you seriously? No one is going to take you seriously. So I want y'all to understand, man, that as men, man, we don't have to play these games. We don't have to sit around and allow women to believe that they can just say what they want to say and do what they want to do, and we just got to deal with it. And they got options and we don't, and all of these things, man. Let me tell you something. If you one of those old guys and if you 55, 57, you got gout, let me tell you what you do. You find you a young nurse. You understand? Don't let yourself go all the way. But if you got something going on, if you still attractive enough, if you still fairly attractive and you got a little paper, get you a young nurse. That's all you got to do. Get you a young nurse. Get you a young nurse practitioner out here, man. If you 55, 35 is a young tender to you. Now, I'm be honest with you, we're going to roll like Bill rolled, and then, that's a different ball game. But I'm telling you, bro, it really doesn't matter. All you got to do as a man is not focus on women when you're young. When you're young, do not focus on women. If you meet a woman in your daily comings and goings, bam, hang out with that woman. Develop what you want to develop with that woman. But also vet her before you wife her. Don't put a woman that ain't worthy in that position. But man, don't be out here focusing on women. Focus on building your life. I'm telling you, brothers, focus on building your life. Do not waste time when you're young out here partying and chasing these bras and all of that, man. Because I'm going to be honest with you. You're going to look up and 20 years are going to be gone. And then you're going to be scrambling, trying to pull it together at the end. Because now you ain't worrying about the bras. You're worrying about your life. You're worrying about your legacy. Don't waste time when you're young on these women, because I promise you, you get your money together, you get your money right, your mind right, your body right, your spirit right, bro, I promise you, you can be 45, 50, 55, and you can still, like she's saying, we could date the daughter and the mama. They can't for real. Every blue moon they can if they super bad. She can't. But if you're a man and you get to that position, bro, you can date the mom or the daughter. I'm talking about not just date them, I'm talking about date them and made them. I'm talking about you can put them in a position, but either one of them be willing to go in the wife position with you. So stop allowing these people out here to tell you that you need to be wasting your time out here, because honestly, you don't have no time to waste. Pick it up right now. Let's get it. So you can enjoy the fruits of your labor when you ain't really got to labor that much no more. All right, I'm done with this one. Like this video on your way out if you enjoyed the content. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. When you subscribe, click that notification bell. Make sure your notifications are on so you can be alerted to when I upload some more of this Prism of the Ism. And as always, Alpha's up, Beta's down. Peace.